Sending children off to school is filled with mixed feelings, but we can send them packed with all our love, culture, and values. Some in the form of the things I will show you here that will ensure that nourishing nutrients go in their body that will keep them away from a lot, if not all, trouble. As parents, we are always concerned about their health. So here are some suggestions from Nature's Universal Lab that have zero side effects, only gains. Whether they use it or not as preventives, you have done your duty. And when they are in trouble, likely they will reach for it. Or you can remind them of it over the phone. Let's jump into getting the love-filled health kit ready. The first thing we can pack is a bunch of healthful teas, easily available now. Some are better tasting than others, for sure. But don't we acquire taste and actually start enjoying so many other foods and drinks? So why not these drinks, loaded as they are with antioxidants, immunity-building protective enzymes? There is an answer in teas for all kinds of distress, be it cold, cough, constipation, bloating, throatache, fever, many other problems that can be prevented and alleviated. You must be thinking, how can children in dorms make tea? But don't worry, there is an easy solution to that. Just keep watching. To keep their stomach and digestion going well, pack them the CCF, which is equal amounts of cumin, fennel, and coriander seeds, which they can then use a quarter teaspoon of to make tea. Since they are on the rush all the time, here is a quick, easy, tasty whole grain idea that gives energy and probiotics. This is easy, quick cook oats that they can actually put in a bottle, in a mason jar, and leave overnight with some coconut milk, oat milk, some cinnamon, even chia seeds. And then in the morning, they can add some sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. Add some honey because they might not have any fruit. Make sure they add some flax meal powder into it because it's an anti-inflammatory and a source of omega-3 that is good for the brain. Dates, nuts, seeds, raisins are always an easy to store and eat snacks any time of the day and great as grab and go too. A palmful of sesame seeds can be taken in the morning as an excellent source of calcium or combined with goji berries or dates. Walnuts are a great source of omega-3 again, and other nuts like pecans, almonds, which should be soaked, actually 5 of them overnight. There's the peel taken off and then eaten. Then there are pine nuts. Many options for all tastes to stay happy. Now for some immunity boosting tips. The traditional Indian way is Chyawanprash, which is a powerhouse loaded with vitamins and other powerful herbs to keep our immune system functioning well through the winters. If you don't have Chyawanprash, it's not a problem. You can make garlic and honey mix for them. Peel some garlic cloves, and this is a trick tool to do it easily, but you can use even a cloth to roll them in. Mince the garlic cloves. Leave the minced garlic exposed for 3 to 5 minutes so that the compound allicin is released, which is the key compound, and then pour the honey, which should be pure, raw, and unpasteurized. You can use whole garlic, just smashing and poking it a little bit to release the allicin. Mincing will just fasten the process a bit. So you can leave the garlic in the honey for as long as you want. Garlic is nature's antibiotic, so it's not going to spoil. Shake the mixture and air it every now and then. Save some for yourself and give the rest to your children as protection. The beauty and power of nature's pharmacy is that its antibiotics target only the bad guys and leave the other good microbes intact. The other wonder is they provide a variety of other options. You can make exactly the same mix with honey using thyme leaves or elderberries. Even amla or gooseberry can be used, and I have a link to how to use it in the description below. It's good to know that allicin is present in shallots also, along with a wealth of other compounds. Eat it raw or use it to make tea without emptying your wallet on medicines and supplements. Another immune building secret is fenugreek seeds. Just soak a quarter teaspoon of it overnight in water and next day swallow the whole thing. If you choose not to chew the seeds, that is. Fenugreek seeds also keep the body's sugar levels in check. The other way to have them is to make sprouts. Keep them in a sprouting container which is kept in a bowl of water. Wash the seeds and cover with a napkin, and they will sprout in a few days. Have just a little bit every day. A bottle of lemon or lime juice can be kept that can be added to a little warm water with some honey for the immune and energy boost every morning. Most problems begin in the gut, so here are some stomach and digestive health tips. I've already mentioned the fennel, cumin, coriander, that is the CCF mix, but there's another powerful mix you can make. And it has coriander, fennel, cumin, carom, and fenugreek. A quarter teaspoon of this mix can be soaked overnight, and then in the morning, after straining the water, just drink the water. The mix can be stored in a glass bottle, which is better, or if it's more convenient, in a plastic bag. The next tip helps with bloating. This is carom seeds. Take a quarter teaspoon, mix with pink salt, and swallow with little warm water. Pudin hara is an easy go-to for all stomach problems too. Just a few drops in water does the trick. A homeopathic remedy that I always keep with me even while traveling is arsenic album. It is excellent for many stomach problems, including food poisoning. Children tend to eat something or the other wrong often, and it's very easy to use it. Just open the lid and rotate the neck of the bottle so the pills drop into the lid. Do not touch the medicine, just pop it into your mouth and do not bite on it, just let it melt naturally. Aloe vera gel is good for the stomach and skin as well as burns. Grow in a pretty pot, keep in your room for easy access. Now for the tip on how to make the warm water for the drinks and teas. Voila! Just keep an electric kettle in your room. It is so convenient to use and easy to clean. Now the food that the children eat may not be up to your expectations, so here are some items that up their nutrition. You can pack some beetroot powder for them. It is a source of nitric oxide. It dilates blood vessels and delivers more oxygen to give them more energy that they need. Just have a little bit, not too much, just a little bit, and put some water, stir it, add some honey if you want, and you have an easy energetic drink. Eat some baby carrots alongside, which they can get easily, and then you have the benefits of both carrots and beets. A spoonful of flaxseed meal can be put on soups and curries. While not the most ideal, super green powders, a mix of fruits and vegetables, is another useful item to pack. Greens tend to be neglected, but without greens, our bodies just cannot flourish. Just make sure it's clean, organic, without harmful ingredients, and very low in sugar. Next item to pack is seaweed powder. Take any good quality seaweed, roast it, and powder it at home and store it in a glass bottle and give it to them. Use just a little bit, like a quarter or less teaspoon, and sprinkle it on any food that you're eating. Seaweed is a nutrient-dense food and a source of many minerals, including iodine. Its use will ensure there is no deficiency of key salts in the body. Talking of salts, a very convenient way to maintain tissue salt balance in the body is a biochemic remedy called Bioplasma, or also known as number 28 in India in the SBL brands, and they have all the 12 key tissue salts that the body needs to function well. 4 pills dissolved in water or directly on the tongue is a good way to have it. Let's talk about fever now. At the first sign of trouble, an indication that you might be coming down with something, one thing we can use is dry ginger powder. Take some in the palm of your hand like this and in the forefinger, and breathe into both nostrils one by one. Put the rest on the tongue, and that way the bacteria gets killed at the entry point. An effective tea for fever is coriander seed. Use 1 teaspoon to make tea right away, or soak it overnight and strain and drink. An Ayurvedic tablet to use for fevers is Dwarnashak. It has many key herbs including giloy, tulsi and neem. An effective homeopathic remedy for fevers is arsenic album, especially if it is accompanied by shivering or caused by food poisoning. For throat problems, one can have some warm water with lemon juice, honey and ginger. Or make some onion in honey mix for them to take, like you did with garlic, like I showed before. Put some slices of onion in a glass jar and soak it in honey. Let it sit for 4-5 days and it's going to become watery. At that point, take out the onion slices and discard and give them this onion honey solution. A tablespoon in the morning and evening should help. One can also chew on a licorice stick, and it is hard in the beginning but it gets soft as you chew. Or you can make tea with it or use licorice powder. Alum is another easy, convenient and inexpensive solution for throat problems. Just put a small piece for a few minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, in a little bit of water. Pour that water out and use it to gargle for a minute at least. Spit the water out after gargling. The piece of alum can be reused. Just take it out, dry it and store it till you need it again. Another go-to for throat problems is Swallen or Cantamrit tablets, both of which have mulati or licorice stick as their main ingredient. Amritdhara is useful for cold, fevers, cough, headache, all kinds of conditions. Put a few drops in hot water and steam. Alright, now let's look at how we can take care of our teeth. Pack a bottle of sesame or mustard oil with turmeric, salt and cloves. Use 1 tablespoon of this oil every morning or night and swish in your mouth for 15 to 20 minutes and spit it out in the toilet. You can also make a tooth powder with these ingredients, which can be used as is with your brush or in combination with the toothpaste. Muscle aches, strain and sprains are not uncommon in college, and this is what we can do to help. Pack a case of Tiger Balm that can be rubbed in, and even homeopathic remedy Arnica montana in 30 potency or Q potency. The Q potency can also be applied directly onto the skin. I usually keep a bunch of homeopathic remedies that can be conveniently used, if well understood, at home. Fatigue and stress is not uncommon in college. Here are some ways you can bust it. Of course, diet and sleep are critical. Complement that with this. Use a bucket that can be easily folded, and that's convenient to store as well. Throw in like palmful of salt, any salt into it, or even Epsom salt. Put some water, preferably warm, and the electric kettle will come in handy here as well. And just dip your feet into it and relax. This is a wonderful technique to ground, to earth yourself even, and to relax, take out that stress. One can even put kelp powder into this water for additional benefit. It's easy to use this arrangement in the dorm, as the bucket can be opened and the water can be disposed of without getting it splashed everywhere. Bust the stress also with aroma lamps, using a wide assortment of fragrant essential oils that will immediately bring cheer to the room. These can even be applied on pulse points. I usually apply it directly, but you can dilute a little if you're more sensitive, using coconut, olive or jojoba oil. The last and often overlooked aspect today for busting stress is prayer. Prayer is a bridge between our spirit and its source of energy. Starting and ending the day with it can be a very helpful strategy. So along with all your prayers and love, you can pack everything else in a small box like this, label it with what it contains, and it can be kept anywhere in the dorm and accessed when needed. If we have a very basic understanding of the human body, then restoring and maintaining good health becomes a very easy one. The good news is I have a book here that explains these ideas very easily and clearly. It has lots of tips and solutions and can be followed by a young adult easily. The link to this book is given in the description. Putting it together, here is what we've covered. These are small steps in taking our children towards understanding how our body really works with gifts from nature. A start that leads to a big leap for humanity, because this is the way to sustainable health and living. Here's to goodness, health, and no worries.